over the video
Oh,
and not
okay.
in a
Okay.
courtroom, we have to have some way to make it public. And so
I
that's what
mean,
they came up with, was to just put it on YouTube. It's not being recorded.
yeah, I mean, I guess I understand that, but not really, but that's
Uh,
fine. We can proceed.
okay. Um, let's see, Ms. Carrasco, let me, and Mr. Strader, let me swear y'all in. Do each of you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Strader as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, Ms. Carrasco, I've been through the evidence that y'all submitted and the petition, and I know this concerns a loan that was made on November 6th of 2023. And the
Right.
contention you're making is that it was a loan
Yes,
and you've been trying to collect on that loan.
yes.
When was the first time that you, if you can recall, as I said, that loan was in November of 23. When was the first time that you made an effort to try to collect on that or talk to your son about collection on that?
In February,
In February of 24? Okay.
yes.
And
Also, Your Honor, I'd like to point out that any reference to my medical condition should be stricken from the record. He had no business admitting it. He is not a trained psychologist.
right, that's not relevant. It's not
Correct.
relevant. Um, so that was in February.
Yes.
And what other efforts did you make besides the
Well, I can tell you this, 2 days after we filed the court almost a year ago, he came into my house intoxicated with George Ferguson and said, meet me at the bank. 2 days after he was served.
after he was served? Okay, because
Yes.
this was filed on March 21st of 24.
Yeah,
So
he came in and once the constable served him, he arrived at my house, said, meet me at the bank, said a F word to George Ferguson and said, meet me at the bank tomorrow. You sent the police to my house. The day after he was served.
the day, okay, and what happened then?
I said, I don't need to go to the bank. You're intoxicated. You said, F you to George. There's evidence said we can have a civilized conversation. I said, go in my bank, because he banks, Your Honor, where I bank, and deposit the money or make a payment plan. I also, on July 10th, Your Honor, I know there's a lot of evidence. I offered him a settlement
I read that.
of 150 to 100 a week. He works for the city of Austin, making
Right.
$62,000 a year.
What starts as a simple small claims case quickly turns into a family meltdown. A mother says she loaned her son $10,000. The son argues it wasn't really a loan. And somehow, both sides seem convinced that random internet searches are stronger evidence than a written contract. The judge immediately has to explain that court proceedings are public records, even when people don't like seeing their family drama on YouTube. Right away, you can tell this isn't just about money anymore. It's about pride, resentment, and years of unresolved family conflict boiling over in front of a judge. Clips. The mother's story is straightforward. She gave her son $10,000 in November 2023, expected repayment, and started asking about the money a few months later. She even claimed she offered him a payment plan. The son, however, seems to treat every repayment discussion as some kind of personal attack. Here's the interesting part. The judge isn't focused on emotions. He's focused on evidence. When did the money change hands? What was said? Were there repayment terms? In court, feelings matter far less than documents.
She didn't accept the settlement. That I know that happened.
Correct.
But
now, if you look at Sunday, February 18th, I need $250 by the 1st. I'm fat effing broke. I apologize for my language in advance. You agreed to make a payment plan, and I haven't seen your payment. So what is your plan? You also see have Aaron or Paula call me at the bank because he banks where I bank, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is Sammy. This is business. He says this is extortion. This is him talking to his own mother.
Is that filed in the exhibits that you sent?
Yes.
Which one is that in?
By the way, this is extortion. It's February 18th to Saturday, March 23rd at 4:16 p.m.
Well, it's first you sent in that plaintiff's exhibit packet, and then you sent in plaintiff's account history and loan and security agreement. And
Right.
that bunch of evidence. Do you know where it is?
What do you mean?
What you're quoting from, the extortion statement. In which of those exhibits is it in?
It is dated Saturday, March 23rd at 4:16.
I just don't.
It's a text message.
Right. I'm just not, I don't remember reading that part.
I can show it to you. It's right here, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Can you see it?
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I just don't remember. Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see where it says this is
Mhm.
extortion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And that was February 18th?
March 23rd.
Oh, that was March 23rd. Okay. Go
Yep.
ahead.
This exhibit, Your Honor. Can you see it, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you see what he's saying?
Yes. Now that one I saw.
Can you read that for the court, please? And on the record?
Oh, it's in there. It's in the,
I'm going to nominate you for Mother of the Year. No arrest in 13 years. Wow, it's really amazing how much you want to help your mom, who gave you 10 grand. Let me emphasize the word gave, Your Honor, with all due respect. The
Mhm.
bank gave me a loan. Gave does
Mhm.
not constitute, the word gave in legal terms does not constitute gift.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
So will you accept half or not?
Text messages, the worst enemy of anyone trying to deny a debt. The mother points to messages where the son discusses payments, settlement offers, and whether he'll accept half. That's a problem, because talking about repayment can sound a lot like admitting a loan exists. The judge pays close attention here. Why? Because people often reveal more in casual texts than they do in formal court filings. One message can completely change how a case is viewed. Suddenly, this isn't just mom says, son says. It's becoming a question of what the son himself wrote.
Yes. Yes.
That's coercion. No arrest in 13 years. He did a background check on his own mother when he's a convicted felon.
Well, we're just talking about the nature of the loan right now.
Correct. You see this, Your Honor? He banks where I bank. I called my bank. They said, you don't need to go into the bank with Sammy because frankly, he scares me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to see his face during this. I'm a nervous wreck.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
said, "Yeah, Paula or Aaron, call me because he banks where I bank. And
Uh-huh.
you don't even need to be here. We'll put the money in the bank." He did not.
Okay.
And P.S.
Okay.
Ask him why he borrowed 10 grand. Ask him how much he spent on his wedding. Because I know.
Well, we're
And I
just,
believe, I believe, Your Honor, with all due respect, this
One of the most entertaining parts of the hearing is watching both sides confidently argue legal theories they clearly don't fully understand. The mother talks about presumptions and burdens of proof. The son argues over the meaning of the word gave. Meanwhile, the judge keeps pulling the conversation back to reality. This is a great reminder that Google is not a law degree. Courts don't decide cases based on who sounds most confident. They decide them based on evidence, statutes, and credibility. And right now, the text messages are doing far more work than either.
what it was at the time of the making. Not
okay, you see this exhibit, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm,
I'm willing to do this out of the goodness of my heart.
mm-hmm.
Really? Really?
Okay.
Another admission. You see this exhibit, I told you, pay house, buy house, give back, or pay bills. Now, if defendant offered me 10 grand, Your Honor, I apologize for shouting. You see how bad I'm shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I say, oh no, Sammy, I don't want your 10 grand? That's an outright lie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you have no case. This is his arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
We're just about done here. You see this exhibit? I'm willing to have a civilized conversation about this without your bodyguard. That was George. When he walked in and said, fuck you to George.
Mm-hmm.
You see this? You are a psycho narcissistic. Read that, Your Honor. With all due respect, you're going to talk this way to your mother who let you live here and walk out of my house with $15,000.
Okay, we're just gonna talk about the
I
loan.
understand.
We're not gonna talk about the tenor of his other statements, just the loan.
Again, Your Honor, at the bottom, I am willing to pay half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, Your Honor, show his arrogance. Your first mistake is thinking you can tell me what to do. You see it?
See, that's what I don't want to hear stuff like that right now. I just want to hear about the nature of the loan.
Okay. Well, I think I've submitted enough evidence. Do you have any questions for me, Your Honor?
No, not at this time.
Thank you.
But you are requesting return of the $10,000. That's what you're asking the
I'm
court.
willing to settle the case right now today for $5,000.
If he wants to do that for $5,000,
Yep, that's giving him half.
May have made his biggest mistake without realizing it. If the money was truly a gift, why negotiate repayment? Why discuss paying half? Why respond to collection efforts as if a debt exists? Those questions matter. The judge doesn't need a dramatic confession. He just needs enough evidence to decide which version of events is more believable. And every message that references repayment makes the mother's story look stronger. This is why lawyers constantly warn clients, assume every...
Look, I'm shaking.
okay, try to relax. Okay, just try to relax. Mr. Schrader, she says she'll settle for $5,000 right now.
Yeah, I hear her.
Half again.
Is she gonna unmute or is she gonna mute?
Yeah, let's talk to Mr. Schrader right now, Ms. Carrasco.
Sure.
Go ahead, Mr. Schrader.
I'll be happy to answer any direct questions, but my testimony has not changed.
Well,
This was never a loan. I mean, if you want some background, I can give it to you.
well, first I want to know if you accept the offer.
No.
$5,000. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Do you have any questions, direct questions for me, or do you just want me to do what she just did and tell you the whole story?
I just want to know, the kind of the presumption in law is that it is a loan. You
By
need to
whose
establish it was a
standards?
gift. That's the legal,
I mean, how has this been proven a loan thus far?
because she is indicated that it's a loan. She says it was a
Okay,
loan.
okay, but it's my word against hers, right?
Well, that's why I'm saying the legal presumption is that it is not a gift. And you need to tell me how it is a gift.
Okay, because she told me to keep it on the phone, which is on record with Consumer Cellular, which unfortunately you can't subpoena phone calls because this is not Law and Order. This is not TV.
Right.
Uh, However, that's how it went down. $10,000 to a guy like me is life-changing money. And she also left out the part where she had a house picked out on Oak Alley right around the corner from her house for $450,000. And I quickly assessed the situation and said, there's no way possible that you can buy a house in Austin, Texas for $450,000 with $10,000 down. So I said, we're not buying a house. I'm 53 years old. I'm not hitching myself to a mortgage. And it's impossible to do with only $10,000. So I can either pay off some bills with this or I can give it back. She said, keep it. It's a gift. She was happy. She was living her life. She was doing her thing. She was spending money all over the place. And I was happy for her. I was like, well, maybe it'll stick. And it didn't. So, I mean, if you read the evidence that I submitted, the letter that I wrote to the court, it's almost verbatim. You don't have to remember anything when you're not lying. This is actually what happened. And then right after that, she said, don't tell Ben. Ben is my brother. He's a very successful family court lawyer. And she said, don't tell him. And I said, well, that's no problem. We never talk. What does she do 2 weeks later? She tells Ben. Ben goes ballistic because he's entitled, he's selfish, and he's greedy. He says, where's my 10 grand? And if he was here today, if he was sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, he would admit to that statement. Now, why would he make that statement? Why would he say, where's my 10 grand?
Well,
If it was a loan, why would he say, where's my 10 grand?
we're getting into hearsay here. So let's just
Yes,
talk about things that we know about.
This whole case is hearsay, Your Honor. This whole case is hearsay.
No, statements that the parties make are not hearsay.
Is there a contract with my signature on it? Agreed.
You think family court drama can't get stranger? The video pivots to Florida and introduces a sovereign citizen. And immediately the familiar script appears. I am not the all-caps strawman. I am the living man. If you've watched these cases before, you already know where this is heading. The defendant claims the court is a corporation, refuses to recognize the legal process, and insists ordinary laws somehow apply to everyone else but not to him. The judge, to his credit, stays remarkably calm and simply keeps the case